And what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to revisiting Bloodborne. So here I am at the Cathedral Ward. We defeated the Blood-Starved Beast and explored all of Old Yarnum. And we also got the Powder Keg Hunter badge from defeating Jura, the guy in the Gatling gun. Yeah, he was a pain in the butt to deal with, but your best bet was to just cheese him off the edge and he'll fall off. So now we're going to go explore more of the Cathedral Ward, area. After defeating the Blood-Starved Beast, these doors are now open, and now we could just go in here. And then we find an elevator we're going to take up. Now halfway up, there's going to be a drop-off like this. If I can, yep, got it. There's a drop-off point that we can access. And it's going to take us this way. Then we can just go around right here, and we're right at the upper, and then the lamp is just right down beneath. Here's the chest to open. And here we pick up a rune called Formless Odin. So now runes is something to help, to give us additional passive effects for our character. But in order to put these to use, we need to find the Rune Workshop tool, which we can get after conquering the Henwick Charnel Lane. But we're not going to get there just yet. Here we have the Messenger Urn Festival, another decoration for the messengers. Yeah, even though I had to drop to get back. So now let's bring the elevator back down, and then we're going to go all the way up this time. Yes, and we're gonna go search for a key hunter badge that's going to be needed, and it has my personal favorite weapon. And watch out for this guy. Yeah, Gatling, Mr. Machine Gun Guy. Every time I kill this guy, I always like to say this. But you know what? We'll let this say it for me.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Yep. And over here, in this chest, find the communion rune. Oh my goodness, where did this fog come from? All right, now be careful here. We got two riflemen shooting at us, and doing this guy. Avoid getting shot. And for now, we enter the Healing Church Workshop. Now we enter the Healing Church Workshop. So we got some more enemies over there. Let's get them out here. Let's pull a couple out here to make things a lot easier. Oh, and there's also a rifleman there too. Take care of the rifleman. Oh, gotta be careful here. It can get overwhelming. Alright, that's that. Let's top off, grab some bullets, and got a blood vial back. And there is a chest right over here that we're going to open. And it's a blood-tinged gemstone, too. I've already put the first one I found in my pistol. Oh yeah, you unlock a slot to put a blood gem. You unlock a blood gem socket in as you level up your weapons. Alright, let's head upstairs. Upstairs we have a Gatling gun guy, a minigun. Yeah, be careful with this guy. Let's get rid of him. Nope. And just like before with the other one. Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Right, now heading out here. We confront one of the two riflemen. Oh, be careful with the other one. Hey, where'd this brick troll come from? Where'd that brick troll come from? All right, we'll deal with them. Ow, don't push me. Oh. One pistol shot later, goes down. I'm gonna get back some of the blood vials I just used. Now be careful with this rifleman on the wheelchair. He can give you quite enough back. And I gave him this is Sparta.
This is Sparta!
Here's some thick cold blood. So we're gonna take the ladder first. Take the ladder to the upper level, and let me go around here first to see if there's any particular loot. As far as I remember, yep, some thick cold blood. Okay, now we're gonna go in here. We gotta deal with the guy in the flamethrower. A handicapped flamethrower, and all right, that takes care of him. Oh, another flamethrower guy. They shouldn't be playing with fire. And right here in this chest is the key item I wanted, the Radiant Sword Hunter badge. Now with this, I can now buy my personal favorite, the Ludwig's Holy Blade. And now this door is locked. This is for way late in the game. This takes us to the upper Cathedral ward. But to get Ludwig's Holy Sword, it's going to cost 20,000 echoes. Yep, it's going to either we can farm those echoes or we sell some armor pieces or sell some stuff. Whatever it takes to get those 20,000 echoes. But hopefully I can get 20,000 echoes pretty quick. Even though it's worth quite a bit, a few levels, but it's a small sacrifice. All right, so we've already took care of these guys, and then we're gonna head back down. Now for the next part, which is one of the most trickiest parts in the game, and that is the drops. Oh. Wasn't there a bugger? Oh yes, I remember. There is a skitter bugger. There's a skitter bugger around here. There you are. There's the bugger. Get it. And now we get our first twin shards. But it's not enough to upgrade my weapon further. It's not enough yet. All right. Now this is where it gets so tricky because of all these drops that try and land down there safely. But what I want to do is reach this platform at the bottom so I can get to the doors. But we want to land on that board first, and that's gonna be a pain in the butt. I may die. So just to give you a heads up, it's gonna be expected. There will be mistakes for many moments, so I cannot guarantee I'll do this flawlessly. But it's worth. But I'm gonna try. And I think I'm just walk here and just drop. Oh, just made it. And don't do this when you're low on health. Don't do this when you're low on health because you can still die by that. And we made it. And something died. Alright, we made it inside, and this is going to take us to the abandoned old workshop. We got some insight for discovering this place. Now, this is actually the source of Hunter's Dream. We're in... Yeah, it looks exactly like Hunter's Dream. And we can open this chest and pick up the doll set. So now, with our fashion souls, we can look like the doll. We can dress up like the doll. Alright, here's an old hunter bone. Now, right over here, we find an abandoned doll. And over here on this, we find 1/3 of umbilical cord. This is a key item for endgame. And here's a lamp. Let's see what else we can find around here. So there's nothing else over here. There's nothing else over here, so let's go ahead and head back to... No, wait. No, wait. I think there's something here. I think there's something here. There should be. It's right here. The small hair ornament. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's what I was missing. Alright, now let's head back to Hunter's Dream. And then, now that we picked up the small hair ornament, we can now talk to the doll and give it to her.
Welcome. What is it you...
Let's give the small hair ornament.
What? What is this? I can't remember. Not a thing, only I feel a yearning, something I never felt before. What? Tell me, Hunter. Could this be joy?
And we get a tear stone. Now the tear stone, we can use it to gain a blood gem, a droplet blood gem. So let's go ahead and pop that, and we get the tear blood gem. So let's make use of that tear blood gem. Let's see what effect it can bring us. All right, now the tiered blood gem. This will add an HP. This will add HP regen. Yeah, but we're gonna stick with the red blood gem because we need the extra attack power. Now and I've already put the on the other socket. I already put this other blood gemstone, so it's better than the one I found. So there's many different shapes of blood gems. You have the radial, and we have the droplets, and then there's also different shapes like a crescent and a triangle. Many weapons, have different sockets befitted for different shaped blood gems. All right, now we're done here. So now let's head back to the Cathedral Ward and continue. And now that we start making our drops. But do I have enough for a level? Let's find out.
Welcome home. What is it you... Very well.
900 short, but we can fix that.
Farewell, good...
We can fix that. There we go. About 3 of these.
Welcome home. What is it? Very well. Let me...
All right, now let's go ahead and let's go ahead and put a point into. You know what? Let's do endurance. That way we'll be matching at 2020, and then I can start leveling strength and skill.
Farewell, good mate.
All right. Now let's look at the Path Messengers. I almost forgot. All right. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to buy me a hand lantern. Need to buy me my trusty lantern. All right, I'll spend some cold blood dues for this. There we go. Now I got my own. Now I have my own trusty lantern. And now I can buy some bloodstone shards should I need some. And right over here, Ludwig's Holy Blade. That need 20,000 echoes for this. Good luck to me. Oh yeah, and we can also get Ludwig's rifle, and now we get a repeating pistol. And here we find the Tomb Prospector set that we can buy. Oh yeah, and over here on the Insight, over here on Insight, we can now buy some Pungent Blood Cocktails, Fire Paper, the small Resonant Bell, and we can now buy the Jura set. Yep. This will increase your resistance to Frenzy. And here's Gascoigne's set that we can buy. Alright, now let's get back to Cathedral Ward and start doing the drops. Now that we're back at the Cathedral Ward, let's go take the elevator back. And make sure the elevator is down before you just recklessly just run and get on. Some people forget, and they would just fall to their deaths. Let's go up. And of course, deal with that Gatling gun guy on the wheelchair. Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Alright, now let's do this again. Alright. Alright, we got the crystal bugger. we get that little bugger. The skitter. Alright. This way. And hope you guys are able to see. Hope you guys are able to see here, because I apologize if it's a little too dark. I have the brightness turned up just a little bit. Don't want to make it too bright for y'all. But if once we're done with this, but don't worry. But good thing I bought my trusty lantern, so let's go ahead and put it on. That way it'll make these a lot easier for you. Alright, let's put that on. There we go. Hopefully I'll be able to see better. Alright, now there's an item down here. Let's drop this way and then see if we can land on that narrow, on that beam, like this. Oh, that was close. Alright, then here for messenger top hat, another decal. Alright, now over here we need to land right there so we can grab this item. Madman's knowledge. And from here we want to land right on that beam right there. At first I thought I was gonna over jump that. Alright. And then finally we're gonna land on this pile. Top off. And now we have to deal with this. Now we have to deal with this beast. But he turned around and watch out for the flames. Come on. Alright, that takes care of this one. And by defeating... And then this one will respawn, but you're guaranteed to get the beast rune. Alright, and now let's go ahead and open these doors. So we don't have to worry about this beast again. It's a unique beast. And here we are in the back streets. Knock knock! Alright. Now there's two paths we can go to. We can go this way, but let's loop around. Starting from here. Watch out for some crows. Here we find the Rumpeljalnum hat and some sweaty clothes. More pieces of fashion. Now, and we have this dog to deal with. Alright, and over there, that is a Yargul Snatcher. Oh boy, those snatchers are a pain in the butt. I'll explain to you about those snatchers in a moment. Double kill. Now the snatchers, they hit pretty hard. They have an arsenal of attacks they do. One is, you know, they do a force palm, a low kick. They attack with their sack, and of course watch out for their Superman punch. And then they do their vacuum wave. But when they're down to half health, they go into rage mode. Hold on, I can't do it yet. Not in front of these two and the dog. They go into rage mode and they get a little bit more relentless, and they hit like a truck. So, but whenever they go into rage mode, they get stuck in an animation, and this is where you have a window to quickly get behind them and do a charged R2 to stagger, and then move in for the visceral. Alright. Now I finished those. Let's see if I can get a sneak attack. Sneak attack visceral on this snatcher. He's going to be a tricky one to deal with. Ah, never mind. Horse palm. Alright. Yeah. Oh, and you don't want to die to him early on because you'll be sent to Yargul, the Hypogean jail. Oh, I thought he was going to go to Rage Mode, but oh, he was. But I got him though. The 2 Bloodstone Shards, nice. And here we find the Man's Knowledge. They don't move pretty fast, but they get to you quickly once they do their Superman Punch. Now, right over here we have a Brain Sucker. Yeah, those things. Don't let them grab you. Don't let them grab you. Because if they do, they will drain some of your insight. Once that insight's gone, you cannot get it back. So keep that in mind. Let's see, they're weak to bolt and thrusty weapons. Yeah, serration's not gonna work. Yeah, just be careful. Oh, careful with that. That's gonna immobilize you. That's gonna immobilize you. That's gonna immobilize you, and then that Brain Sucker could easily just walk up and grab you and snatch away your insight. Brain Suckers are the worst. Come on now. Now's not the time to emote. Here we have a Crescent gemstone. This is the Fireblood gemstone. I believe this one will add fire damage to your weapon. And now we have an elevator we can take. And this takes us back to the Cathedral Ward. We could grab a thick cold blood. Then we just drop down, and here we are at the other side of the gate. We can now open. And this church hunter detected me. We'll let him get to us, and we'll be ready. More bullets. Alright. Now let's go up here. Oh, we got another church hunter to deal with. Oh, 2 of them. And now we gotta deal with these 2. Just great. Back. Blood come on! It's not the time to emote already. These old controls. Okay. And then we have another church hunter with the Reaper Scythe. You can fight it the cold blood. Can I get a charged R2 on this guy? No, he's gonna just walk up. He's gonna walk up and get into position over there. And then we have another church hunter with the big hat. This one has the repeating pistol. But we'll be able to get a charged R2 on this guy. Get him out of the way. Get some more blood vials here. Let's not deal with this big guy just yet. Oh no, he's down there. I'll definitely get it. Let's deal with this church hunter quickly before we draw aggro on that enemy. Yeah, the ones with the big hat. The big hat church hunters, they have their own special weapon. like that pistol, and one would have like a flamethrower. Alright. Church hunters are out of the way. A cold blood. Let's go ahead and open this gate. This will take us into... This will take us down there, but we have those other big guys to deal with. And a dog. Alright, the cold blood. I'm gonna go ahead and climb this ladder first. In order to grab this. More bullets. 10 of them. Alright. So before I loot these we're gonna have to deal with them. So switching to long mode. Oh! Their great axe came in hard. I wasn't careful there. But the ones in the ball and chain are hard to hit, are hard to avoid. One down. This one gave me a bloodstone shard. Now let's get this one. Now let's get this one out of the way. You don't have to fight these guys if you don't want to, but I need to fight. But I want to get all this loot. Oh. Bloodstone shard. Alright. These guys are out of the way. And all we're gonna loot here that they were patrolling are Madman's Knowledge, Madman's Knowledge, Madman's Knowledge, Madman's Knowledge. They're all Madman's Knowledge. Madman's Knowledge. And that should be it. And here's that flamethrower church hunter. This guy should not be playing with fire. You shouldn't be playing with fire. You're gonna get burned. Give me more bullets. And now this gate that requires the chief emblem. Now we're at the other side. So there's no need to waste 10,000 echoes for that. We can just find our way over here, pull the lever. Now let's go down here. Oh, a crow. Pick up some thick cold blood. Alright, now one more thing to do. And then we should really start making our way to Hemwick Charnel Lane to go for the Rune Workshop tool. Alright. Oh, there's another brain sucker. There's another brain sucker over here, so... Oh boy. Burn. Well, fire did the trick. Fire did the trick on the brain sucker. Yeah. So what if I get the weaknesses wrong of these brain suckers? It's been so long since I played Bloodborne. So what? But this brain sucker was guarding some twin shards. Nice. And right over here... 12 shining coins. Those are like your rainbow stones. Now down here... Alright, down here is going to lead to a door that requires a password, but that's something later. Get a gemstone, some antidotes. Yeah, this door requires a password, which we can get after defeating Vicar Amelia. Alright, now So instead we're gonna hold off on that. We're gonna go this way instead. I did not mean to drop off like that. The cold blood, and now I gotta get my way back up. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Alright. That's not... this is what happens if I make a mistake. Oh! Alright. Nope. Get some blood vials. Oh. I get to deal with that part. Alright. Oh. No! Alright. The wonders. Yeah, things keep. I put myself in a hairy situation. Got you. With the blood vials. Here's more blood vials. More bullets. Alright. Oh. Take care of you. Alright, thanks for the bullets. Alright. Now let's take the right path instead. So let's get back up the ladder. Alright. This ladder takes us over here. Now right over here we have a note. A watchman of Bergenworth guards the gate with the password, the sacred adage to the Grand Cathedral. So it's the door that I just showed you that requires a password. Alright. Now we're back, and let's try and take the correct path and this is the correct path. This is the path where the brain sucker was. Okay, so this path, we know where this path, so here we go. Get some poison knives. Yeah, this is the correct path I was meant to take. Alright. We got a couple NPCs we can interact with, but first let's do a little crowd control. Deal with him. This guy was asleep. And here we pick up the Black Church set. And right here is more poison knives. And we wind up right back where I accidentally dropped. And this rifleman would have been shooting at us if I hadn't taken him out. Alright, now right over here at the end, we find a couple NPCs. Let's start with this one.
You, an outsider who's come you what? And step away.
He's rude, but we're not done with him yet. And right over here is the prostitute. Knock knock.
Oh my, what a queer scent. But I'll take it over the stench of blood and beasts any day. What is it then? I'm off during hunts, and besides, this is no place for ladies. Wouldn't want to drag you down too. Oh, thank goodness. Like you know of a safe place.
Let's keep talking to her.
Please.
You keep talking to her. We want to send her to Odin Chapel.
Oh, thank you. Perhaps I'll...
Alright, so she'll be going to Odin Chapel. Now let's talk to this guy again.
What, you think this is fun? Well, I certainly don't. I'll have nothing to do with it. What's this two-bit nonsense? I heard you told that wench about some shelter. Well, she's a damn fool to trust an else. Alright? Alright. What crafty lies? You think I'm an eat?
Since this guy's being rude, now this guy. Now here's the deal. Whichever you pick, he will go in the opposite choice of what you picked. He will do the opposite. So if we tell him to go to Odin Chapel, he will instead go to Yosefka's clinic. But we want him to go to Odin's Chapel, so we're going to choose to tell him to go to Yosefka's clinic.
Yeah, sorry, too sharp for the outsiders.
Yeah, so we'll see him at Odin Chapel, because he will go the opposite direction. Alright, and here's another NPC. Knock knock!
Oh, for the deep.
No further dialogue. And one more. Knock knock!
Praise you, and then
Alright, he's irrelevant. Alright, now we wind up back over here where I got myself in a hairy situation. Alright, we're done. We're done here, so now let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and climb up the ladder. And now we're gonna make a mad dash all the way to work our way to Hemwick, Charnel Lane. And we have this guy to go through. Oh, I'm stuck. Alright, we don't need to take the ladder, it's just a short drop. Oh, this church hunter dropped me some blood vials, wonderful. And this guy dropped me some bullets. Alright. Oh, be careful with this guy. Be careful with this guy. Oh! Yeah, I gotta deal with charge R. Gotta get some charge R2s in to. It's your best effective way. And stay behind him, though. Got some blood vials back. Alright. Now these church hunters with the crosses, be careful, because whenever they hit you with it, it'll build up your frenzy. It'll build up frenzy. Yeah. These guys with the crosses. Come on. Yeah, whenever they have it pointed down, they can strike with it, so be careful. Come on. Come on. Oh! See what I mean? Oh my gosh. Cheap shot. Cheap shot. Oh, they have a little more health than the other ones. That takes care of you. Oh! Don't shove me. Oh, come on! Cheap shot like that. Oh! It's only when they have their crosses pointed down. That takes care of you. Alright. Hey, you never know. I might get those 20,000 echoes by the time we end this episode. Yeah, looking at my echoes count. Alright. Now that door is gonna... Opening those doors will lead us to Vicar Amelia, but we're not doing that right now. So instead, we're gonna go to Charnel Lane. We want to get some... We want to get ourselves... We want to get our character... We want to equip some runes on our character. Right over here, we have the Bloodshot Eyeball. And now we're gonna leave the city district of the city district, and now it's gonna be a change of scenery. Now we're gonna be on the outskirts of town, you know, like out in the open, on the woods, where it can get deadly. Now right over here, we get some. We'll have dogs, riflemen. Yeah, it's another big pain. I call these enemies bulldogs because they have the horns like a bull, even though they're more demon. But I call them bulldogs. Oh boy, we gotta avoid getting shot at by the riflemen. All right, let's deal with this bulldog. Even though they're not actually horns, it's more like something out of their mouth. Ow! Teach you to shoot at me like that. Burn. Alright. Few more bullets. Alright. There's a bunch of riflemen over there, so it's going to be dangerous. But what I'm going to do first is go grab the lantern. Let's go grab the lamp. Shot him down. Oh. Alright. Got him out of the way. Okay. And now we can open these two doors. And we enter Hemwick Charnel Lane. This is somewhat of a beginner-friendly area, but it's better for you to clear this sooner than later. Well, we made it. Let's see. Let's try and get the rest of the loot from. Let's try and get to the rest of the loot over here, and then we'll call it. An episode. All right. We got the riflemen are going to be a real pain. Riflemen are a pain in the butt. Look there! Oh boy! Whoa! I did not see those oil jars. All right. Where's this guy running to? Why are you running? I'll loot their corpses once I'm done. Right now, we just want to avoid getting shot at. But if you want bullets, go take out these riflemen. Oh, wrong button. There's pebbles over here. All right. Now's not the time to emote. Why do you keep doing that? Man, the motion of these controllers. All right. Now let's throw Molotovs. Yeah, because if you take 3 straight hits from these riflemen, boom, you're dead. Alright, got their bullets, and right in front of them is some bone marrow ash, thick cold blood, more thick cold blood. And that should be all the loot over here in this section. Alright, perfect. And what a good way to wrap up today's episode of Revisiting Bloodborne. Now, in our next episode, we're going to go tackle Hemwick Charnel Lane and get ourselves the Rune Workshop tool so that we can equip some runes onto our character. Alright guys, and I just about made enough echoes to get a level. Well, multiple levels actually, but gonna make a small sacrifice. Gonna make a small sacrifice for this. So anyways guys, that's gonna do it for today's episode of Revisiting Bloodborne. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. It really does help the channel out. If you'd like to come and hang out with me while I play some games, come over to my Twitch channel where I stream up to 3 days a week. Yep, and we will be happy to have you, and I'll definitely make you feel right at home. Thank you guys so much for all the love and the support you have given me. It really does mean a lot. You guys are so amazing. I just can't thank you guys enough. So that'll do it for this episode of Revisiting Bloodborne, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Rise up Be blessed. Now smile. Goodbye.